It was fine at Aintree, cold but not raining. Knoxtown, in the 40-to-1 class, preceded Pendle Lady, with Clanyon following. Just a glimpse here of some of the 26 horses soon to be careering round the national course. And on their chances, punters on and off the course were still pouring out their money. Take a pin and you may be lucky. Among the 26 was the horse that won 2 years ago, Mr. Watt, Arthur Freeman up, Michael Scudamore on Wyndburgh. And like an inspired prophet, our camera zoomed up to 22-year-old Gerry Scott on the favourite Merryman II. The big horse was starting at the low price of 13-2, such was the confidence of his followers. Well fancied too was Badenloch. But of course there's a lot more to the national than form. The gallant animals now cantering to the start would all need a large slice of luck to get twice round the toughest steeplechasing course in the world. And this time the going was hard. A lot of care needed if accidents were to be avoided. And still the money was rolling in as they lined up. There was no trouble. Mr. Marsh raised the tape and they were off. 30 jumps ahead of them, 4.5 miles to go. We don't need binoculars. Our cameras travel along with the field. The best possible way to see the Grand National jump by jump. Tea Fiend was first over by a nose, but Lotteray fell out of the race almost before it had begun. Tea Fiend led with Owl, Dandy Scott, Green Drill and Irish Coffee well up with him. Jump number 3 and it was still Tea Fiend, Owl very close. It was Tea Fiend's first appearance at Aintree, but he was going as if he knew the course backwards. Over the 4th jump, Tea Fiend held first place, hard pressed by Owl. Great running all this, but far too early yet to be any guide to the result. In the National, it's glorious uncertainty all the way. Over the 5th and the order was unchanged, but now Green Drill passed Owl and went into 2nd place. There's been the usual talk this year about the Grand National being a cruel race for the horses, so Home Secretary Rab Butler was there to form his own opinion. But at Beechers Brook, there was nothing out of the way on this occasion, though the dreaded jump put paid to the chances of Knoxtown. At the jump after Beechers, the amazing Tea Fiend was shade in front, a challenge which Green Drill accepted by putting on speed and briefly going to the lead. On they pounded towards the canal turn, a hazard only a little less dangerous than Beechers itself. And the canal was fatal to Dandy Scott's hopes. Fred Winter didn't budge till it was safe to do so. After the canal, the course bends sharp left. A severe test for a horse who's slightly off balance. Next, Valentine's Brook, and first over went Tea Fiend, Green Drill, Owl, Siberia and Cannabis, all going well. And this was where Gerry Scott urged Merryman II to a further effort and took 3rd place behind Tea Fiend and Green Drill. One circuit of the national course was nearly completed. Ahead lay the water jump. Tea Fiend was over. Behind him, Merryman, Green Drill, Badenloch and Cannabis. Second time round. The field thinning now to 17, many of them a long way behind. There was no change to speak of as they left the 17th jump behind and negotiated the next one. Merryman was going better with every stride, seriously challenging Tea Fiend, with Badanloch, Green Drill and Clear Profit running strongly. What a tremendous battle was now being fought out between Tea Fiend, Merryman and Badenloch. Tea Fiend still held his place, 3 lengths clear of Merryman. Beechers Brook for the 2nd time. The 3 leaders over, and a casualty or 2. Apparently nothing serious. At the canal turn, it was still Tea Fiend, Badenloch and Merryman. From now on, there were very few horses seriously in the race. Over Valentine's, it was Badenloch and Merryman almost together. Close observers detected that Tea Fiend was beginning to fade, but what a wonderful performance he'd given. Travelling alongside, the newsreel camera catches the terrific drama. How those great-hearted horses were fighting it out. The tremendous struggle between Badanloch and Merryman never let up. Gerry Scott's mount was running like a favourite, which is not the usual way of favourites in the Grand National. Merryman was building up a commanding lead, which Badanloch could not reduce. All Merryman had to do now was to stay on his feet, and the Grand National was his. He was safely over the last fence, going great guns on the run-in of 495 yards. By a good 15 lengths, Merryman II won the Grand National. Badenloch second, clear profit third. The gallant winner was led in by his Scottish owner, Miss Winifred Wallace. Trainer Neville Crump had to keep one persistent admirer at a distance. Merryman II has often been ridden to hounds by Miss Wallace, also on point-to-points. When she bought him, she little thought he'd one day win the National. That great horsewoman, Pat Smythe, added her congratulations. Cheers for Gerry Scott and the gallant horse, Merryman II.